Hello, everyone. It's me, Ben, again, from GenAI Technologies, and this is GenAI Weekly number 4. And today's June the 9th, Monday. Let's have a look what's in AI this week. First, ChatGPT announced their update for business. They introduced connector and record mode. The connector is when you use ChatGPT, you can actually feed your company's data, internal data. If you're a business user, you can there's an option for you to connect to your, for example, um, OneDrive, Microsoft's OneDrive, and Google's workspace, workplace, or yeah, their work suite. Um, so you can connect those data and even your internal database and documents to ChatGPT. So when ChatGPT does answer or deep research, it can use that data. And the next one is the record mode. The record mode is interesting because it's basically um, an assistant which help you do meeting notes, meeting minutes. Yeah, so you can turn on record mode on the Mac app or Windows app, I guess. So desktop apps. You can turn on record mode and then it listens to your audio and microphone. So that's very similar to what I planned for next step for my Interview Genie project. So the Interview Genie project, I thought instead of just doing interviews, I may be able to expand that into meeting notes. But you see, ChatGPT did that. I think only for business users, but I think later maybe they will expand that to everyone. Yeah, it's good to see, but yeah, maybe not a good news for me. But anyway, that's a very common um, requirement from everyone. So yeah, probably somebody is gonna do that. Next one, Cursor 1.0. They finally decided to move to 1.0 for their version number. I don't think it's that big a update. Um, yeah, but yeah, they probably some business reasons they decided to do that. Um, I think the bug bot is a big feature because that's very similar to the Code Rabbit that I introduced last time. It's for asynchronous code reviews. So when you turn that on, it's a very separate feature than the cursor. So you need to subscribe that feature, um, even if you're a Cursor Pro user. So when you subscribe this feature and you connect your GitHub, it will review every pull request for you, and it also um, fix fix the bugs for you. I think it will work probably better than CodeRabbit. I haven't tried. I'll try that maybe later. Yeah, because I think maybe better than CodeRabbit. Okay, next feature is memory. This one, I think I already talked about it last time, but yeah, it's just so they did a very, I think, clever way to do memory. So when you work on a project with Cursor, um, when when it comes across some important uh, maybe some important conversation or important findings, Cursor will try to capture the information and put it in a cursor rule. So to kind of take some notes down, and then next time when you um, and the cursor rule will be added to every conversation later. So yeah, it kind of memorize that um, yeah, for later conversations. And next one is MCP. So they finally made it um, as convenient as the client or what client did at the first. At a very early stage, they client did a market for MCP servers, so you can browse and click do one-click installs. Now Cursor added that feature in their IDE as well. So as you can see, they have a tools market. Somehow, I only find this. There's only like a dozen tools now, but maybe more later. I've tried. Um, they just kind of when you do that, it just opens it and you can click to install. Not much to talk about on this. Okay. Um, Next one we have upgrade on the asynchronous background agent. They added Slack support. So this is first seen on Devin. You can add that robot into your Slack, and then you can uh, assign tasks to it. You can talk to it and ask it to do things, and it will work on it asynchronously in the background. And it supports Jupyter Notebook for math and scientists. Um, Next feature is Richer Chat. They added support for more rich media, diagrams, charts support in the Cursor chat. Next one, I think this is very recent. Um, they updated their 2.5 Pro again, Gemini, Google. So this is from Google. So Google updated their model again, and it's it's like a quiet update. I only got it because this leaderboard, the number one from this leaderboard changed back to Gemini 2.5 Pro again, and I got notification because I was watching this page. Yeah, so now it's back to Google. Previously, Claude took over. Yeah, and interesting that you see if you look at the score, um, the difference between Google and last number one is more than when Claude takes over. Yeah, but I don't think it's too much difference. So I'm actually still using Claude 4 because it's more stable. But yeah, I should try this. I haven't tried the latest model from Google yet. Next one, this one is interesting. So I don't know, they're not very famous, but this product, this model is taking the news this week. So a problem to solve is to keep from when you have a model that can edit images, or you can say generate images from a input image. A problem to solve is to keep the main object intact. So I built a I had a app. I built an app on Google's Gemini because when Gemini they have this multimodal model that does the image generation based on image input. I kind of did an app on that to for people to try this kind of photoshopping. But the outcome isn't so good because when you tell it to keep the main object intact, it's still changing. So at least it's changing a bit. Maybe the face is very hard to keep. But now you can see this model does does it perfectly. So it can like you can tell it to change things, maybe change the clothes, change the pupil color, or change the hairstyle, change the hair color, but other parts will keep the same. So yeah, that's very good application for image editing. You see, yeah, very promising. So when you solve this kind of problem, I think people will know how we will try to reverse engineer how you solve it, or from your yeah. So people will know this is achievable. So the so I think everybody will come out with this kind of effect at the end. Um, okay. Next one. Yeah, I want to share this video. So last time I think I shared um robot dancing video, right? So this time let's have a look at robot in work. So this is a different robot from a different company. This is Helix from Figure, the company called Figure. Um, their robot is very famous for in industry, like in manufacturing plants, like BMW plants. So previously, I there was a news saying that they have achieved long hour, 20-hour continuous shift at BMW plant. So, and it's interesting that they don't even need to charge the robot. So one single charge, it works for 20 hours. And before that, so this is May, news from May, right? And before that, I think 1 year ago, they did something on a show, um, like a expo, right? They did that, and the robot works for long hours and suddenly collapsed. So they maybe put a lot of effort on that, and now they achieved that you can put a robot to work on a shift, and it works 20 hours um, continuously without needing any kind of uh, charging or supporting. And it is interesting that previously this shift was done by humans, and when they use human workers, they need to like put them onto they have a rule. They have a rule to say that you can't work for more than several hours, right? But when you put um, robot on it, previously they followed that rule. Um, they follow that, so the robot only takes maybe 8 hour shift, but now they tried to push it more, and they achieved 20 hours. And from this video, so they trained the robot for just several hours, so they can so the robot can handle packaging, right? So it's interesting that they try to make it very generic. So you can train the robot for different tasks. Only you only need to uh, train it for several hours. That's interesting. Yeah, but I still think maybe you don't even need a human um, like robot robot here. You just need a camera and a robot arm, right? Yeah. So previously, I think robot arms are very common in factories already. But yeah, maybe they try to do something generic and try to do human-like robots. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think that's the last of the news, and looking forward to WWDC tomorrow. I put this expression there because I'm already disappointed, because before WWDC, rumor already came out saying that there's no much update on AI because they have kind of screwed it. They kind of fail to keep their AI. This fail to deliver what they have announced last year. So it's been already a year. They have totally failed to deliver what they have announced, and it's not going to be much on this WWDC as well, if that rumor is correct. Okay, next we can have a look at my projects. Uh, yeah, so big thing is that I have done a product page for Interview Genie, and you can see I have already made several made some download links to it, so you can click to download for Mac OS or Windows. And yeah, so it's publicly available and people can download and try that out. Yeah, so yeah, so this is the product page. Uh, Another thing, yeah, before I did the product page, I finished the GitHub Actions, that a task that I planned last week. Um, yeah, so now the release is fully automatic, and when I push a tag, the it's kind of DevOps thing, right? So GitHub Actions is kind of like the pipeline, and you can, yeah. So I spend a lot of time actually. This takes more time than I thought. Um, yeah, but the outcome is great. That I can see that the install the installation package is only is under 2 MB, which is very convenient for people to download and very cost effective for me to host it, right? Yeah, so this is good. Yeah, so when I push a tag, it will build both Mac OS and Windows binaries and upload it to um, and create a release in a public repo so people can download it. So yeah, I actually don't want people to go to that release page to download it. All I need was the download links, right, and put it on here. So later I can send these to people. So yeah, you can see when there is a tag, it will create a release in the private repo where the source code is, and then uh, compile the source code into binaries, and then publish the release into another repo, which is public, so it's available. And you can, and there is a tool to monitor how many downloads there there are for your releases. Yeah, I don't know why, but there's already some downloads looking good. Okay, so that's all for my project. So you see, I put a link here. So when people go here, they can just click in to download to view more about the interview genie and download and try them. Next step for me is still key management and profit model. I've been thinking a lot about this, but still, I'm going to work on this next. And the short video, very exciting tasks for me to work on next week. Okay, stay in tune.